Okay, I've done like a million takes of this same video, and this is the last one, I swear. I'm just gonna dive into it. Um, I've recorded for like a minute and then 3 minutes, but anyways, just because we're 24 days in does not mean your mental health doesn't matter, right? And if you're a girl watching this, your mental health matters too, right? I kind of want to go over my story and kind of my battles with um, mental problems and trials and tribulations that everybody struggles with, right? We all have battles we fight, and they all come in very interesting ways. And I guess I want to share my perspective and how I've dealt with it, and maybe it can help you guys or inspire you guys to go about it. But first, I'm gonna start off. I'm Ryan. I'm a fitness coach. I do all that stuff. If you guys have been watching me for a while, you guys know that. And I guess initially I'll just start right at the beginning. I'll kind of reframe it because there's a lot of stuff I haven't talked about, and I've decided I'm going to talk about it in this video because I think it's important to realize that you guys aren't alone, and we all struggle. But I guess that's just right at the beginning. But middle school, average depressed boy. That was me, just not doing much with my life, and realistically, I was more bored than I felt I was depressed. It was a lot of me, I guess, just throwing blame at other people for myself and not really taking accountability, or just asking or talking to people and realizing maybe I should do something different. But then ninth grade comes around, and I decide, I'm going to go into the gym. I'm going to start doing this after school because I love lifting, right? And I'm currently 19, so it's been about 5 years now, going strong. And I decided, let's take this up a notch. I was always active. I did wrestling, football, all the basic sports, I guess, and I learned a lot from it, right? But when I found the gym, it really changed a lot of my life. And at the same time, I also fell in love with a gal, still with her 5 years strong to this day. And I can't tell you how much a lot of it lifted me up out of, I guess, the dark place. But you still fall into those dark places sometimes, and that's where I'm going to go through in this video. But it didn't, you still get the thoughts and stuff still comes in, right? And now, luckily, I'm better than ever. Going through with what I went through made who I am today. So that's how you guys can interpret, I guess, past experiences, that they make, I guess, who you are. Those bad things always have a good thing that follows them. You just have to be patient. You have to keep pushing forward, right? And as I kept going, at about 10th grade, I was doing ninth. I was doing blue collar work. And it was the summer of 9th or the summer of 10th. I forgot which time, but I've never shared this. So whatever, let her rep. I gotta be open and I gotta be honest with you guys. I was about halfway through the summer, and I did a lot of roofing, and I liked it. I liked the group of guys I worked with. I liked the pay, obviously, and it all came to a halt about halfway through the summer because I guess I found out that I had epilepsy. Right, it was kind of a hard thing for me to deal with, and I think I got diagnosed with cortical dysplasia, right, which is where your brain, right, it starts like, say right here, you're a little baby, and you're growing out, and part of the outside gets stuck on the inside, and it just keeps growing. And that part, it learned how to twitch, right? So when it twitched, I basically seized, and this halted a lot of things for me. It halted my progress in the gym. I was told I couldn't work anymore, or at least doing what I was doing. Obviously, you don't want to be a roof. I completely get it. And it definitely took a toll, and I had to deal with not driving for 3 to 6 months because it didn't stop. Right, epilepsy is a sucky thing. It's not like I see flashing lights and I go crazy, but luckily, I watched Avatar 2, so I found out, I guess. I just went into that movie and I was like, let's just do it. I don't care. And luckily, nothing bad happened. But I ended up having to take some meds for that, and those meds definitely took a while to get used to. It affected my health a lot and thinned out your blood, and I had to drink a lot of extra water, a lot of this and a lot of that. And it's not something that just goes away. It's something I'm going to have for the rest of my life. And whether you guys have had like a family member pass away or a similar medical thing happen to you, a big event in your life, it can stop a lot of progress and a lot of stuff from happening, right? Like my dad, his mother passed away when he was about 13. So, I mean, bad and all this stuff that happens, it happens in weird ways, and we all kind of have our battles that we fight whenever we fight them. And I was told I couldn't push myself as hard in the gym, and the gym was where I kind of funneled out a lot of my anger and a lot of stuff that, you know, I love to do, apart from, I guess, having my girlfriend to talk about. We were still getting into it, so it was like I wasn't super open about everything. And all I can say, guys, is that's holding it in, and I guess letting it just kind of grow it's not the way. And I guess after that, I guess, seizure I had, like it really drew back on my family, everyone I love, and especially me, because, you know, I guess I'm the one with the seizure. But I guess I shouldn't be laughing about it. But anyways, it's been like 5 years since that moment, so maybe 4. I don't know. I get really mixed up with time. But it didn't stop there, right? It came back with I guess a vengeance. I don't know. It's kind of cringy to say that, but I think about 11th or 12th grade, I had another one, right? And this one was probably the most insane thing that's ever happened in my life personally, because I'm very lucky to be alive. I was getting up for jiu-jitsu, right? Jiu-jitsu in the morning. I had a big meeting. This was senior year, so this was over a year ago now, and I was getting up, getting ready. I was walking up and down stairs all the time, and I live downstairs, so I walk upstairs. Right before I walk out the door, it goes black, and before I know it, I'm conscious, and I'm driving myself into the hospital, and I'm like, what the heck is going on here? How did I end up there? And it was so weird, I guess, coming to and realizing, like, there's no way I should be. How did I drive here? The last time I had a seizure, I could not function. I couldn't, like, walk. Like, that's how bad it was. My parents had to carry me down the steps because I just could not be transparent and walk and do all these different things. But somehow, I guess I drove myself to the hospital, and I looked at the clock, right? I believe it was like 9:24, and the thing started at 10 a.m. And I got to the hospital about 9:45, 9:50. So my seizure wasn't long, but I like got up and I drove myself to the hospital somehow, and I got there. Like, there was nothing they could do about it, obviously, since I already had my seizure. But I came home after that, and I kind of, like, it just dawned on me again after I kind of recovered and got past these different things, and I just realized, like, I don't know, I just sat on the couch after that. My parents were home, my brother wasn't home. My parents were actually on vacation. My brother was over at a buddy's house, so I was all by myself, right? So I just sat there on the couch after, I guess, a few buddies gave me a ride home. Love you, Caleb and Joe. You guys are amazing. I just kind of sat there and I cried for a solid, like, hour and a half. Feels kind of weird to say that out loud because, you know, it's very personal to me. But I want to let you guys know that men cry, I cry, everybody cries. And I was just thinking, like, why me out of all people? Why does this have to happen to me? And I was just so scared, and I was like, the reality of, I guess, dying came to me. It was just, it's a very, very hard subject. If you guys don't want to watch, don't continue. I don't want to, you know, but, like, it just came to my mind, and I was like, this sucks. Like, I'm facing all this. I have this realization that life is not permanent, and I guess I'm just like sitting there on the couch and I'm just, eyes watery. Haven't called anybody just because I just feel like I need to deal with stuff on my own. And then I look over under the counter, and sure enough, there's my dad's mom's old Bible. And my dad's mom passed away when she was 13. I think I already said that, but I remember I saw the bookmark in there, and I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure that that bookmark was the last page she read before she passed away of breast cancer. And I went over, I opened it up, and I remember seeing the first thing I read was, "Do not be afraid." And that helped me reflect a lot on, wow, I'm getting afraid and penting up all these emotions when I shouldn't have to do that. And sure enough, dude, there the waterworks came. I just kept going, and I kept reading, and sure enough, the thing about after I had my seizure, everybody kind of has that. Some people are conscious, some people are not. I'm unconscious, so I don't know anything that's happened after. It's like I had a concussion. And as time kept coming back, I started remembering a bit more. I realized, like, my whole drive there was just black. And I don't know how in God's name I got to the hospital, but I don't know, dude. Jesus must have been behind the wheel guiding me and making sure I didn't get hurt, because a lot of bad could have gone down that day, and I was lucky that I didn't get in a car accident, I didn't mess up, I didn't do a lot of different things. And luckily it's been over a year since I've had another seizure. But this story is very personal to me, so if you guys have been around for this long, I appreciate it. And fitness really, I guess, I went back to the gym and I went back harder than ever. I squatted heavy weight, I benched heavy weight, I power cleaned, I deadlift. I came back at all these things, and I interpreted things a lot differently when I guess, came closer to God, because He helped me a lot through those situations and praying and making me feel I wasn't alone. Because in truth, you guys are never alone, whether you're with Christ or whether you're surrounded by people you love, right? And I just can't say how much that there are good seasons and there are bad seasons to life, right? And the good seasons, you got to enjoy them, but you also have to prepare for the bad seasons, because bad seasons will always roll around, whether it's a family member passing away or a car accident. I've had my share. I've had a pretty bad car accident. If you guys know me personally, you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, it's a lot of little things that you could have controlled or could have done differently. But you have to understand, these make who we are. Like, all of these mistakes and trials and tribulations, everything we go to, make who we are and what we are today. And you guys are never alone. Like, you guys always have people who love you. And if you are kind of solo right now, I mean, you guys are watching me right now. You guys have someone to relate to, and someone, I guess, even though my life isn't the hardest life by any means, but we all have our struggles, and I guess I just wanted to tell you mine. So I guess this is just, I wanted to make you guys aware of your mental health and how you can take control of your life, right? There are things that are out of control that happens, and there are things that are not. And I want to let you guys know I love you, and you guys all matter. So I hope you guys have a great day. Happy Men's Mental Health Awareness Month. Peace.